Today we are going to start Aurangzeb's policies. This is very important because this is considered one of the reason for the decline of the Mughal Empire. This is reason number two. For I have discussed the first reason in the previous lecture. So this is the reason number two, and this is about the Aurangzeb's policies. So in this lecture, we will try to discuss what were the Aurangzeb's policies and how they contributed to the decline of the empire. But before we discuss, we can have a brief look at the background. Until the days of Shah Jahan, the Mughals were largely able to pacify and accommodate the regional forces. For example, the Jats, the Marathas, the Rajputs, and the Sikhs, they were largely pacified, and the Mughals were largely able to accommodate them. But we saw like a shift in the days of in the overall policies of the Mughals in the days of Aurangzeb, that basically alienated these regional forces. Previously, the Marathas and the Rajputs were providing the support to the Mughals, but in the days of Aurangzeb, they started feeling alienated, and not only the Rajputs but also the Marathas, the Sikhs, they all were feeling alienated, and they started rising up against the Mughals. Obviously, Aurangzeb had to suppress them, and he had to undertake the military campaigns in order to do that. And this later on put pressure on the Mughal treasury, and at the same time it led Aurangzeb to introduce new taxes that contributed to his decline later on. So basically, his Aurangzeb's policies led to the division in India. It caused these policies caused the unpopularity of Aurangzeb's rule, and at the same time it created economic tension in the empire. So we can very briefly look at these policies. In the year 1659, this was the year of the second coronation of Aurangzeb. After this coronation ceremony, Aurangzeb started introducing policies on the basis of Islamic orthodoxy. And for example, he wanted to regulate the empire along the lines of strict Islamic laws. For example, he put ban on the use of alcohol. He put ban on the gambling and prostitution. He appointed officials to ensure public morality in line with Islamic laws. And in the year 1664, he put ban on the practice of sati. And in the year 1668, he even put ban on music in the royal court, and the musicians were largely retired and put on pensions. And he also put ban on darshan, which was a practice that involved the emperor giving public appearance. And at the same time, he also abolished and stopped other practices. For example, it was a tradition that the Mughal emperor was made to sit on one scale, on one side of the scale, while the other was filled with gold and silver, and this is how he was weighed. This practice was also stopped by Aurangzeb, and he also put ban on the cultivation of narcotics throughout all the land of the empire. And at the same time, in the year 1679, he also reintroduced jizya tax, which was abolished by the king Akbar previously, and his taxation policies are also, very important, because he at the same time, he while he abolished many taxes, he also introduced many new ones. There are two views on his taxation policies. According to first view, uh, he basically wanted to abolish all the taxes that were not in line with Islamic laws, and he abolished all those taxes that were not in Islamic based on Islamic laws, and in exchange he introduced many new ones. So this is how but there is a second view that is based on the argument that Aurangzeb was he wanted to, meet the cost of his military campaigns. So that basically compelled him to introduce new taxes. Basically, all these policies led on to heavy taxation, large. Overall, the taxes were there were many taxes during his rule that contributed to his unpopularity, and that caused his unpopularity, and that even alienated, the Hindus and the other forces, for example, the Sikhs, the Rajputs. So they were, all this led on to ultimately the decline of the empire. Thank you.